have you seen any of the latest stuff on Steven Crowder? Apparently, he was emotionally abusive to his pregnant wife. She released a video of him going off on her. Kind of sucks. Yeah. So what I'll say about that is I've never really talked about him or nor watched any of Steven Crowder's shit. But that being said, one video in a extremely long marriage of somebody yelling at somebody, it seems disingenuous to pull out like a minute long event over a thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of hours relationship and judge it based on that. Now, is that shitty? Sure it is. But when you take out a tiny little subset of that, could he have been doing that like the whole time they're married? Sure. If he was, sucks ass. He's shitty. And also the video looks shitty as well. And I'll say that I disagree with the actions there, but it's also hard to judge like an entire relationship based off one little thing. It's kind of like the whole Johnny Depp thing where Amber Heard was tripping balls and he would get mad and throw a bottle or something. And it's like, oh, that was the whole relationship. And it's like, we don't know that.
Can I throw my 2 cents in? Because we're going to disagree on this one.
Go.
So having been raised by an abuser and watching the way she abused my brother, my sister, myself, and my dad, when I listened to that Steven Crowder 3.5 minutes, and it's only 3.5 minutes, I recognized so many manipulation techniques, right, like where he was creating parameters, and then she would like try to solve the parameters, so he'd tighten them, and then she'd try to solve it again. Then he'd widen them back up. It was like, well, no, like he was purposely trying to make it impossible for her to win.
Yeah.
And that is a tremendously awful form of abuse. Now, do I know that happened every day? No, but I don't think you get good at that in 3 minutes. Yeah. I think you got to be that kind of person, and you've got to practice to do it as efficiently as he was doing it in that 3.5 minutes. And maybe I'm just too close. Maybe I'm just too close to it because of all the shit I've been through. Maybe I'm projecting, and I'm willing to say that. And I said that shit on Twitter. But that 3.5 minutes, I saw a classic narcissistic abuser doing what he fucking does best. And he was excellent at it.
Yeah.
Excellent at it. Like textbook Wanda Williams, the woman that raised me, trying to start a fight, trying to make it as bad as possible, trying to ruin the day. Like, I that's what I saw. And maybe I'm wrong. I'm glad to be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. For her sake, I hope I'm fucking wrong. But yeah. I saw that and it broke my fucking heart. I'm like, in that guy. 8 months pregnant. That one was 8 months pregnant. Putting somebody under that kind of stress could cause that child to die. You know?
Yeah. No, I didn't think about that. It's a great point. So yeah, when I get around people that I feel like are manipulating me, I drop their ass in 2 seconds. So I wouldn't be with somebody long term like that. So it's probably harder for me to recognize those signs. So that's a good point because I didn't think about that shit. And it's very possible you're right because you don't just start doing that shit one day with the manipulation. What I'm thinking from my point of view is sometimes you have badass days and it sucks ass, and sometimes you lose your cool. And then what if it's filmed? You know, and then all of a sudden there's a microscope on you. But I've had PTSD meltdowns and autistic meltdowns, and my wife probably the 7 years we were together, she probably saw PTSD meltdowns a total of 8 or 9 times, and it's awful. It's awful. Like I'm hitting myself in the head, crying and like begging, so leave me alone. Like it's awful, right? Like if someone saw that and it was isolated, they might think the worst. So I fully respect where people are coming from in that regard.